I've never really heard a man talk about how hard it is to force yourself away from somebody that you just absolutely love. My last relationship was supposed to be my last. I feel like a lot of men are afraid to be vulnerable in that space because they feel like it's easier for somebody to be able to use your vulnerability against you. I know that it's a nigga that'll probably go after my ex, try to get her just to and flaunt her around and be like, oh yeah, nigga, this was who you thought you was gonna marry and be with for the rest of your life, and now she loving me. Okay, nigga. I mean, it is what it is. As a man, what people perceive something to be weak, it's actually strength and power in it. I don't have a problem with admitting that I probably lost the love of my life. We just couldn't get on the same page. We just had a big disconnect. We tried counseling. Once the disrespect set in, and once things happened where I couldn't really view her how I used to, I felt like I had to push myself away. And I've been doing it ever since. Every day, try to make myself happy. Every day, I try to be in a good mood because I deserve to be. On the other side, it's still heartache. For a man of my caliber to be in a position to feel like I'm considering something that I don't even believe in, like marriage, is crazy. That person had me there. To be in a space to force yourself to stay away from somebody that you feel that way about, nigga, that shit ain't easy. And then a lot of men run to different women to try to cover up those feelings or to help them to not think about it and get past it. And I try not to do that shit. Like nobody is like teaching us this shit. Nobody is teaching us how to maneuver through our feelings as men when it comes to things like this. You know, everybody want to make things a joke or into a spectacle or saying like, "Oh man, that shit weak," or you know, man, f these females and they ain't shit, and it's f these niggas and they ain't shit and all that. But at the end of the day, when these people are not around and you by yourself, you're really dealing with this shit by yourself. You're really dealing with how you really truly feel versus the front that you put on when you're around people. And it's serious, man. And that shit is the reason why you got a high number of murder suicides. For a man to even get to that level where he just, he feels like this is the person that he want to spend the rest of his life with, or he can't live without this person. Like that is an extreme feeling for a lot of men. We don't have a safe space to be able to communicate that without people trying to use it against us. Just trying to show like it is power, it is strength, and being able to be vulnerable because you're taking the edge off. You're able to express versus just keeping it bottled up. So when something actually does get you to the point where it pulls a trigger on you, you want to explode. I just exercise my brain. I exercise my emotions. I try to keep them in the same place and balance. Where they on the same page, and I'm not allowing one to lead the other. Like they both moving at a steady pace so that I can make logical or rational decisions for myself. You just got to kind of get there, man, where you don't care about what people think. You don't care about what people say. It is what it is. And a lot of men are fake. A lot of men are fake as fuck. And like they lie about dumbass shit. I mean, I've done it before, and a lot of times it don't even be a whole lie, just be a white lie. Just be one of those things where you don't want to say something that will pretty much get you in a space where you'll lose access to a person. So niggas a lie or tell a white lie. And I'm just cool on that shit, bro. Like I'm just at that age where, you know, I'm okay with just being honest about everything. And if it makes a person feel some type of way, it does. But at the end of the day, the respect is there. You respect me for being able to voice it versus hide it and cover it up or sugarcoat it and make it look like something that is not. It's just hard to be in that space where you feel like, You got to stay away from somebody because you've loved them that much. You stay away from places that they go to. You stay away from things that they do. You stay away from things that you've done with them because they become a trigger in your life when you get to that point that you love them to that capacity. And as a man, we got to learn how to figure that shit out on our own.